Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Welcome. Come on in. I feel like I'm bending over to see you guys, but hopefully you can see me. Welcome. Happy Friday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to dive into this kit. Clearly I've seen the kit, right? But today was the day that I finally pulled it out in preparation, literally just 30 minutes ago. And I was just vibing it, right? Like just getting familiar with the kit. And it's been a bit since, of course, we designed the kit, but then to actually see it and play with it. I did get my kit a bit ago, but I've been waiting till today to actually explore it. And I'm so excited. Like it's going to kill me not to have to wait a week. You know what? In all honesty, wait a week to create with it, that is. But in all honesty, I have not had much time in March yet to play with it anyhow. And so really putting that date on the calendar, there's just something really great about that, right? I know I'm going to set aside that time. I'm going to make the time to play, to create with the kids. And I'm super excited to play with the kid. It's like anticipation up to that time. All right. Now for today's event, we are going to, of course, review the kit, just talk about some inspiration ideas. Maybe you already know what you're going to scrapbook with this kit. I just exploring it, like I said, today for the first time. I started to fumble through some pictures and just in general, again, pretty simple. We're going to follow this little guide that hopefully you guys got in your inbox. Of course, with the registration of this event, you'll get this every time. I print mine off and I just kind of use it as that resource. And this is what really has helped guide me through deciding what pictures to scrapbook in general when it comes to the kit itself and what works, and kind of that formula to making some of those decisions. And it's always nice to have a formula to help you kind of just, make some decisions. So, all right, let me see. Hello, Linda. Hello, Sheila. How are you guys? Thanks for saying hi. Okay, so let me see here. Sonia is actually, her power went out today. They have a crazy snowstorm and I am going to change views here and we are going to, there we go. Let me know if that's showing for you guys. And we're going to take a peek at this. Everyone can see my hands? Yes. Okay. I'm going to go with a yes, unless I hear a no. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and I'll try to admit people when they come in. So how many of you guys are in love with this kit? It's a super fun one. It definitely has more of your primary colors in the sense of like reds and blues and yellows. And it has a really fun bee theme right off the bat. Of course, looking at the themes, as it says here in the guide, you can, some of the things to consider is theme, style, or challenge. And so the goal here is to utilize your kits. I'm so excited. I've heard a few of you guys in the community talk about you're really trying to this year make sure to challenge yourself not to like hoard your kits and just find a use for it. And there's so much joy that comes from that. And like we've previously have shared, it always seems to work out. And yeah, you can wait for the perfect memories, but really every memory is perfect. And so I think it deserves the best of the best. And if it happens to work out that this kit is perfect or makes those pictures shine in a new light, then all the better, right? Go with it. All right. So with that said, let's take a look at these main sheets here. And we have quite a few fun patterns and colors. Let me pull those out here. We have like a flower pattern that has some bees on it. We have a word pattern, definitely the be wisdom in this case, right? Be yourself, be grateful, be positive, be kind, be happy. And then, of course, we have some just general ones. If you don't want to incorporate bees, that's where you would probably pull in, I have something on my table. Hold on, it's bothering me. There we go. It's getting on my papers. Not cool, not cool. Okay. So you'll see those more geometric, but more, and the reason and the purpose for that, and I'm sure Mindy went over that a little bit, but is so that if you wanted more of a general, it's easy to accomplish with maybe utilizing some of these on one of your layouts. Now, whether you're new to Kiwi Lane or the Kiwi Club, if you are, hello, welcome to the club. If you're a new member that just joined, and if this is your first kit, super excited to have you. So the kits themselves are designed to make at least 3 2-page layouts, so 6 pages total, right? And so I just wanted to point that out. Some of you like to stretch it, some of you pull in some cardstock. That's wonderful. Whatever you personally, your interest and desires are to extend the kit, or however. I know for me personally, I expect my kits to at least get 3 2-page layouts. And so for me, that's what I reach for. So because of that, when I'm going through my pictures, I kind of keep that in mind. Okay, you know, if I do these pictures, is this a 1-pager or a 2-pager, and so forth. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, if you happen to have bee pictures, that's a no-brainer, right? I mean, I don't, but if you happen to, and if you have checked out the PDF yet, actually, we could do a quick share of that. I was just browsing it. Right, here we go. And I saw that Shiloh, a page she created, let me see if I can get there. Super fun. We're not going to look at the layout necessarily, just more about the themes today so that we can gather our pictures. She happened to have pictures of them collecting honey or at a bee. I do not. So if that's the case for you, that's an easy, great one. And this kit will really complement those memories beautifully. So themes of bees, themes of, you know, family. Let's see, what did we break this theme down? Bee wisdom, family moments, and or playful moments. Okay, so I took a look at that first and was kind of analyzing from that, saying, okay, well, if that's the case, maybe some pictures at a park. So I did happen to have these series of pictures. I just printed one out for now for this event, but I do have pictures of my daughters, and they were hanging out at the park and we did a little photo shoot. But it can be youngsters, it can be grandchildren, it can be, right? So it could be at an amusement park, I think would even work, because again, you can pull on these general ones. And then with that in mind, as you can see in that PDF, it could be something more inspirational, or, you know, it could even be cute as a button. So I could have gone that direction even with these pictures. I think an age of, and someone you love, right? I could definitely see maybe some infant pictures, again, at the park, playing, amusement, whatever that works. Okay, so for me, I didn't have too much from a theme point, just looking at, again, the themes. How about you guys? How about you guys? Have you guys anything right off the bat, like bees or anything in those categories? For me, I did not. So I'm going to go to styles. I'm going to go to the next thing on our guide, which is colors and vibes, feels, those type of things. And I'm going to see what sparks that inspiration for me. Okay. Yeah, like Rosalind said, like blue looks like denim. So that's where we go in our style section. So then we're going to start kind of grasping for some of that inspiration to help guide some of our decision making, to ultimately utilize the kit for the memories that we have. Not memories that we might have in the future. Let's utilize it for memories that we've had. All right. Oh, Sheila says she has bees with my son when my aunt got a new queens. Oh, see, so you have that experience pictures. Oh, I love that. That's so fun. Okay, so then as far as colors go, that's really what we're talking about here. If you don't have pictures right away that fit the themes, be inspired by the colors, vibes, or experiences in this kit. So we're going to browse your photos for something that has similar colors. I was thinking about some graduation pictures that I have of my daughter. She's actually wearing a denim jacket, but I already scrapbooked those. So I then had these pictures. So I definitely can go the park route just to give you an example of that. And then I remembered these pictures that I just printed from my phone. They're from a year or so ago that we happened to go and cut some sunflowers at a sunflower farm. And so, you know, I was thinking, oh, the yellows are in there. And so again, that kind of works, right? Kind of that style, the colors. So for me, yay, I had some memories that I'm like, all right, that would work. And then of course, any other vibes and feelings that you might have, you can then explore the title cards. If a title card, I didn't even see that one until just now. Yes, it's gonna be perfect. Daughters are like flowers, they fill the world with beauty. Done. I'm doing it. I was just pulling that up. That is so great. Okay, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So of course, just this kind of bee wisdom. Now, of course, I want to point it out there, and this is just my personal suggestion. We just talked about if bee memories or bee experience or bee pictures you have hands down, but this can be really cute on just a family series of pictures. It's the bee wisdom. It doesn't have to have bees in it. It doesn't even have to reflect with bees. It can just be that very bee inspirational aspect and stylistic of those pictures. Okay. All right. Leslie, you can't see my pictures. Let me see if oh, busy bees with 3 different individuals. Awesome. Okay. Hopefully I'll hold it closer. Okay. When I go through it. So a lot of these bee wisdoms, again, naturally would work for bee memories, but they can also work for, honest, if you have like photo shoots or if you have just random kind of shots of someone near and dear to you, I feel like that would work. If I had not done my girls' graduation, I probably would have pulled those out because of that kind of life moment milestone. I think something like that would also be great because of that bee wisdom. It's a good opportunity to reflect on those type of things. And then of course, there's a happy talent to know how to play. I think, you know what, let me pull up that PDF again. And today we're only really focusing on picture inspiration to kind of do the analytical thinking before we do the creativity part of our process on the PJ Playday Crop Night. If you are joining me and having that time set aside to actually give yourself a little bit of creating time and to join us. So this one, oh yeah, this is, so Shiloh, another layout Shiloh did. So again, really reflecting, I'm not sure where they were. Oh, it looks like they were at an amusement park in Hawaii or something like that. Oh yeah, she printed it off, Polynesian Culture Center. Awesome. So she really went with, again, that kind of neutral theme there. I just realized that I am, where did I pull that other sheet? I saw it earlier. There's that flower pattern that's also in this sheet. I just had it earlier. Well, let me see if I can find it here quickly. But I knew I was missing a sheet. And I remember seeing it. So what did I do with it? By golly, right? The irony of it. But okay, I'm not going to focus on that right now. So really cute opportunities for playing off play itself. Okay, so again, some photo shoots that happen to coordinate. Let's see what Debbie did. Oh, Debbie did. Okay. So these engagement pictures, I'm sure it was the yellow in the shirt that encouraged her scrapbooking. Okay, that's a cute twist. All right. So this is actually my nephew who just got engaged. And I love how she did farm fresh honey, like the whole, this is my honey. That's cute. Cute as can be. So engagement pictures. Oh, that's adorable. That fun little twist on the theme. That's really fun. Oh, and then she did some pictures with her besties. These are her good friends. I love that. So she documents some pictures of her and her friends. I love that. I'll share that story in the PJ Playdate. I know the story behind that. And then just some silly pictures. Looks like just random silly pictures with her grandkids there. Cute. Okay, so lots of inspiration just in the PDF as far as sparking ideas for memories. Okay. So going along with that, I found this one picture I have. It's only one picture. So again, I previously shared, you can get at least 2 or 6 pages. So I know if I decide to do a 1-pager, then I probably can get 2 2-pagers and then 2 1-pagers. So sometimes I'll choose to do that where I have a series of pictures like this will, I have more to print, but this will turn into a 2-page spread. And then I could do another 2-page spread. So sometimes I wait to decide if I'm going to throw a 1-pager in just because 1-pagers are more random for me. I know some of you like to scrapbook 1-pagers preferably over 2-pagers. Me on the opposite, I like to scrapbook 2-pagers most of the time over 1 picture just because I take a lot of pictures usually for a type of memory or event. But there's sometimes these random selfies or 1-picture reflection or something like that. So all right. You only see the wall behind me, Leslie? The view is pinned on her versus your desk. It is there. Oh, hold on. Let's see if we can just try removing everything and then I will pin it again. Oh, let's do this. Remove for everyone and then spotlight for everyone. How about that? Let's see if that worked. And maybe if you click on it, it looks like you're using an iPhone. There you go. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for persistence and making sure that that view changed. All right. Now, as far as, again, going with the styles, you guys, I found these pictures that I guess in a way I have been kind of waiting to scrapbook these pictures. So I'm really, really excited to scrapbook these. These are some pictures with my father. And I remember at the time I feel like I was like, hey, Dad, take a picture with me. And I was just going for one selfie, but he kept making all these weird faces. And so I just kept clicking and clicking. And so now I have a whole series of these pictures that you can see that I'm just like smiling at the picture, but my dad just keeps doing these random pictures. And so I took full opportunity. And so these are really, really special to me. And those, of course, he's wearing a yellow tie and I'm wearing black. And those colors, again, from a stylistic point, happen to just be great for that. And the be silly, I think I'll really play on that because he is silly at heart. And I love that about him. Oh, no. Oh, I wasn't expecting that, but I really love those pictures. I really, really do. So I guess I need to get it out of my system now before the PJ Playdate. I'm really excited to scrapbook them. They're happy thoughts that I'm having, no sad thoughts. I mean, this was at my mom's funeral, but I really want to reflect on him and how much I appreciate him. So, woo. Okay. Super excited to scrapbook those pictures. Now, if the colors aren't working, the themes aren't working, then I highly encourage you to take one of the challenges. And that could be starting with the sketch, utilizing the kit that way. There have been many times where I've started to scrapbook and and then kind of that inspiration. But by golly, if you guys can think about it this week, prep this week for the PJ Playdate, there's so much fulfillment and satisfaction, and it helps ease that time when you actually sit down to scrapbook for you to accomplish something. This is why we kind of do this event before the next one, because it really is a lot of analytical thinking. Okay, so the next series I have is these ones of my daughter. It's kind of like a neutral. The colors are not right on. She's wearing cranberry, but it's close enough. And so sometimes we do think that the pictures have to be exactly the right red or exactly the same thing. And that's where the vibes and the feels can come into play. So just kind of thinking about, yes, the colors, but also don't get too fixated on colors all the time, because sometimes it's more just about the vibe and if the vibe works, right? So the feelings that it brings out inside of you as you look at that, because ultimately, you know, scrapbooking is about documenting those memories. But, you know, of course, here at Kiwi Lane, we loved the freedom of creative expression. And for us, that medium is scrapbooking. And it is super powerful that you get to merge pictures with that creative time and outlet and that creative expression of those memories. So that feeling, is it right for the memories? Is it going to give you the right feel? And so because of that, if it's not, then you might want to leave those pictures for another time. But ultimately, I have found that I've never not been able to find pictures to go with a kit. So let's go through those steps, use this guideline, decide what pictures you're going to use. And as I was mentioning, I guess I was kind of going through those. If there's a title card that sparks something, then you can go search and you know, search out those pictures. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, sorry. Now, the last step I'm going to do really quickly is, for me, then I'd like to kind of analyze what I'm hoping to accomplish with the kit, like what I'm going to end up utilizing as far as those main patterns, and what memories that I just pull out will go with those papers. Because this comes as a collection, you already know that they're going to coordinate and they're going to be together, right? But for the most part, the rule, as far as if you're doing a 2-page layout, you only need 5 papers, right? That still applies. And really it's like 4.5, because you just use the extra paper for the next layout and then so forth, right? And we'll go over that more in the PJ Playdate. But sometimes it is helpful before we sit down to the PJ Playdate. I didn't quite do it last month, but normally I do. So I wanted to take a moment to talk about that a little bit more. So like, for example, if I'm using these pictures, then it would be helpful for me to kind of say, well, which background do I feel like is going to work for these pictures, and do a little bit of that planning before I sit down to scrapbook, because then I can break my kit out to those 3 2-page layouts that I was talking about. Hey, Chris. Oh, okay. So I actually use 4.5 by 6. These ones are different, but you know, I'll put the link. I have these little bags that I got off of Amazon, actually, and they're little 4 by 6 bags. They do have seals on them. I just don't seal them. And that's how I separate my pictures. And then of course I just do a little Post-it on there with the date if need be. Hopefully that helps. I don't have the link now. I can find the link for you though, and send it to you, or you know what, email support@kiwilane.com, and then they'll tell me, so that you don't have to go searching for it. I'll make sure that you get it. Cool. Okay. All right. So let's do this. So I know these are my backgrounds. I know I'm going to scrapbook these pictures, and I have not decided for sure on the third layout. I can definitely go this route, okay? Or I may just go this route. I need to print the other ones of that one off. I do have this picture of Lacey. I could do a one pager. I could do a one pager. So then if I did that, so I'm planning on 2 pages for this, 2 page for this, 1 page, 1 page. I have 2 more, so but I could make a 1 pager of 3 pictures. That would be easy enough. Okay. Let's start there. Let's say I'm going to do that. I haven't scrapbooked a page of Lacey lately. I would like to. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my pictures, or sorry, my little title cards here for the most part. If there's something very specific, like this daughter one, I'm going to stick with those pictures. And I'm just going to do a little categorizing really quickly. Okay, be silly, be honest, be kind. I did love that whole thought of going the be silly one. And I'm basically picking out somewhat maybe of a primary title card. There's a lot of subtitles. Like what I'll do is sometimes pick out that main one. And then, for example, these little extra elements, those are going to be great for little accents, or these ones that are going to be really cute on the page that if you explore the PDF again, we're going to go over that in the PJ Playdate. I'm not going to get too heavy in the creating aspect. I'm not going to think too deeply on, well, what am I going to create with this kit? I'm not doing that yet. I'm just exploring pictures and what papers to use. So I can use those for subtitles, but from a primary point, from a primary title, if there's one that really stands out, hey, I'm going to do that play because she's in a park. And then this one, I might do more of the inspirational beat thing. So I probably, because my pictures don't work, I'm not going to utilize these. We put them in here for variety. So I'll take advantage of the back sides if I need to. Otherwise, I might not use them. And that's okay, because they're in there for versatility and variety for all of us to hopefully find a use out of these kits. But for me, they might not personally work. So I will take advantage of the back sides, though. I will not hold on to those if I need it. If I don't need it, then I won't use it. But if I do need it, I'm not going to hold it. I'm going to use it. Cute as a button. That could probably work with those pictures too. And so forth. So yes, I have those. So I'm going to pull out my lovely little bags that I was just talking about. And I like to organize these, and I'll try to find them here in a moment, the link. And like I said, I'll post it in the Kiwi Club group too. Just if you happen to not see it, just give me a moment after this live event and I'll post it in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick those in these. You can paper clip it if you want, however you want to do that. Okay. But I like to separate those out. And basically I'm putting together a little game plan, right? So when the PJ Playdate comes, I've already know what I'm going to scrapbook, and I have that thought process done. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to just take a quick look at my paper. Because the supporting patterns are going to flow across the pages that I create, I'm not going to focus too much on those, but I do like to kind of have an idea of my main patterns. What am I going to use? Okay, so I have that other flower pattern, guys. You should have it. I've seen it. I just don't know what I did with it. Let me pull up the PDF. The one I'm missing, wherever it might be. You see this flower pattern right here that Debbie used on that whimsy piece, or I think Shiloh used it too. I'll find it. Yeah, she used it here. That could be cute. Not in my pile. Where did it go? Just make sure you have all your papers. If for some reason you don't, which I know I have it, it's here somewhere, but for some reason you don't, you need to make sure to email support@QLane. They'll take care of you guys. Okay, if at any time that might happen, but well, I will find it. If not, I will email support@QLane. Although in this case, it really was my fault. I don't know where it's at. We'll find it. All right. So with that said, right, trying to analyze what theme pattern you maybe want to use with each kit does help, and then what backgrounds you prefer with each of those series of pictures. And the way I choose my background, this is kind of the springboard, is I pull out my pictures and I see what it does to my pictures, right? Does it like, because even, you know how when you put a shirt on and it washes your skin tone out, that can be the truth about your pictures and the background that you pick. So that's really what you're looking is, does it wash out your pictures or does it help it kind of accentuate those pictures? I'm not sure blue is going to do anything for those. Yellow definitely gives it a light feel. We can go gray. I could definitely go gray. I probably would matte them, which could be a choice. I do love how it brings out the airiness of those pictures. Let's see. Okay, so black. The contrast is really fine. Okay. What we got over here? And sometimes if I know what pictures I'm going to scrapbook, I'll just double check my other ones to see if there's one really obvious one that I want to hold. If it, you know, if I have like 3 choices for this one, I'll probably go to my next one just to give myself an idea if there's something else. Oh, I do love with that denim. That's kind of fun. Like, for example, this yellow, that wouldn't work for these series of pictures, but I didn't mind it for that series of pictures. So right away, I know that that's not going to be one that I use that way. It's cute too. Right? I kind of like this. I think I'm going to go with that for this one. Okay. So this is where I'd get a paper clip and somewhat of an idea. This is going to be a 1-pager. So I'm breaking it up. Normally I do 2-pagers across the board. Usually, not all the time, tell you the truth, but usually. And so I really just want to understand my background so that when I sit down to scrapbook, I already had made those decisions. Let's see what these pictures are going to be good on. All right. Let's see, yellow. Almost pulls on that yellow. I'm sure I'm going to pull the yellow into accents a lot. So I don't know if I want to pull in the yellow as a main, because what your background really, really does set that stage. So yeah. Okay, so I like those ones for that. So yes, I agree, Sheila. So that does leave me, you're right. See, if I wanted the back one, if I want the black ones for my dad, either I can do yellow or I can do the black. And this really comes down to maybe what pictures I'm going to scrap or what main pattern I'm going to use. I think for these ones, I might actually do, I think I'm going to do that main pattern with these series of pictures. That's going to be cute. Okay. I don't need to worry too much about the supportings. Like I said, I think that's something I can figure out while I sit down to scrapbook them. Yellow or black. If I choose black, I got to change the blue because it's, of course, has that blue, and that's okay. I think that one can go with, I don't know. I kind of like the lightness of this. I didn't know about the gray, but that kind of does add a little bit of lightness with maybe if I did like black accent pieces, or I could pull in some black cardstock to matte, you know, those pictures. But maybe not the whole stage. Oh, that's kind of cute though, huh? But again, thinking about those accent pieces, right? Well, okay, so if I did that, if I did yellow, then those would be set aside for this series of pictures, and I'll put that all back together in a kit for that. And then I have basically, if I do this one pager, I could choose to do the black with this one picture, or I could do another blue, which would work too. Oh, I was really torn on that black and yellow. So you can see how that can be, and it's really preference. When it comes to background, these are the basic guidelines. Like I said, seeing if it washes out the pictures, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too matchy. You want a little bit of contrast. I think that really helps accentuate your pictures and your memories and brings them to the forefront, which honestly, we're trying to find that balance. I think there is a beauty in that. You know, we've all seen those pictures where it's like one picture and it's just, whew, and you don't even focus on the picture. We do want this balance, but what you put as your background also helps whether your pictures come forward or if they get lost. If your background's too busy, it does have a tendency to get lost. Now, there's a lot of people's preference and style that way, but I have noticed, and that's why we suggest, hey, what you decide on your background really does help set the stage for the rest of your decisions. Whether that's what patterns you lay on top of it. And like I said, we'll go through that at the PJ Playdate. I'll kind of walk through some of those thought processes as I create. And then of course, as you guys create along at that event. But I think that could be fun, actually. Now that I'm seeing it, it actually does have this contrast with our dark hair coming through. She's like a little mini me. Okay, so then, okay, so I have these little things. And this is just one extra step. So when you get a chance to analyze your kit and what pictures you're going to do, you can go through picking your pictures, picking your backgrounds, and if you want, picking what main pattern you would like to stick with that. Otherwise, like I said, I don't analyze too much of my supporting patterns yet, because I'm going to use these most likely across all of my pages. I'm going to utilize the backs. I'm going to utilize the supporting patterns until I use up my whole kit. So I'll pretty much make those decisions as I go along, but I do like to make these initial decisions to help speed up the initial process of when I actually sit down. And then I can feel the fulfillment from actually accomplish something instead of using that time to make decisions and also try to finish something. Okay. Now, the other bags that I do recommend, you can either put it in a page protector at this point, or you could put it in, you know, the kit bag itself, which is a 12 by 12 bag. Oh, it's under my computer here. If you wanted to put it back in here, but I like to separate mine at this point. Usually I just make piles in my bedroom, my craft room, but this is where you're basically taking the club kit and breaking it up into mini kits at that point. And I like to do that a little bit just so that again, that analyzing decision-making part is fulfilled. So you can use a page protector. So like a 12 by 12 page protector, or I'm trying to find one of them. Sorry, hold on. I have bought the 12.5 sheets on Amazon and do that. So I should just go to my Amazon account and find those 2 bags. I bought them a long time ago, but there's you know, when you buy them, it comes like in 100, 200. So they last quite a bit. But they do help me, one, separate my pictures, and two, organize myself into kits. And really I'm following similar formula to what we tell you we have shared about using your own paper stash to build your clip, your own paper kits. So that's good. Okay. So that's really what you could do at this point is you would just, put those backgrounds and separate them out. Again, this could be a paper clip, however you want to separate those kits out. And then of course I would put them all in a pile in preparation for PJ Playdate, and I have a game plan. I also love to build these kits out if I'm going to a crop. Just again, that little bit of pre-work goes a long ways. All right, guys, well, let me see here. Let me see if you guys have any questions. If you'd like to stick around, I can quickly jump over and just grab those links since they do come up and I do use them all the time. And then that way I can put them here, but I will also put them into the group for future awareness as well. Let me find them. Okay, so there's one. So these are the photo bags that I like to use to separate and organize my pictures. So that's the 4x6, basically 6.5, whatever it is, the sizes. And then the 12x12 ones. See if I can find those ones. Oh, there those are. Like I said, I've ordered these, back in 2020 was the last time I ordered it. And I haven't needed to order them since, but because especially with the 12x12 bags, so I'll create my kits, but I don't throw them away, right? Same thing with my photos. The moment I, scrapbook a series of pictures, I keep the bag. And then when I print new pictures, I stick them back in the bag. So I'm always recycling them back into the mix. Same thing with my 12x12s. I put together certain paper kits. When I use the paper kit, I keep the unused bag at that point in a pile. And then when I create a new paper kit, I stick them back in that bag. So those are both of those links. And you could probably find something similar too, if you need, but for the most part, those are the measurements and what I use. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining me for today's Picture Perfect. Hopefully it has sparked some ideas on how or what you might have as far as memory goes to scrapbook with this month's Kiwi Club kit. Hopefully you already put it on your calendar. If you're not free, that's okay. Hopefully you still find time to scrapbook, but if not, join me at the PJ Playdate. That will be next Friday. So I'm definitely set that aside, and I'm definitely excited now that I even have a better vision of what I'm going to do with this kit. And I'm super excited, something to look forward to. And that's always exciting in life, to have something to look forward to, little bits of things like that we enjoy. And I definitely enjoy scrapbooking. So I hope you do as well. And we'll see you guys then. Thanks again for joining me. Until next time, keep playing to create. Bye, guys.